We have boarded the Norwegian Breakaway here in Miami for a very exciting upcoming week in the Eastern Caribbean. In our last video, we gave a tour of the luxurious Haven Room and VIP areas, stopped in the Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, and NCL's private island in the Bahamas, and showcased some of the ship's many other amenities on board. In this episode, we focus on something very, very important, and that would be, well, you guessed it, that's right, the food. We will do a thorough review of the Haven restaurant, the ship's premier dining area, which we had many meals in, as well as 5 other NCL branded restaurants throughout the ship. So whether you're planning a trip on the Breakaway or any other NCL ship for that matter, you'll probably want to see this video before making your reservations. Thanks for coming along, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give a thumbs up if you liked the video. Now let's get into it. Some of you watching right now are probably thinking, what is the Haven? The best way I can describe it is it's like being on a private yacht within NCL's cruise ships, and most of their fleet has a Haven. It's a ship within a ship, they say. It's a business club lounge, upgraded room, and Michelin star service experience all in one. And of course, it's more expensive to stay in the Haven, but is it really worth it? Well, if you can swing it, absolutely, all day long. In the Haven, you have an upgraded room with butler service, your own bar lounge area, sun decks, and of course, an exclusive restaurant called, well, the Haven Restaurant. This is where we will begin our dining review. Known to be the ultimate premier dining experience on board, reservations are not necessary here if you are a Haven guest. The menu does not change, but there's a vast enough selection on the menus to create a different dining experience each visit, whether it be for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. All meals are included with your Haven stay, so let's start with breakfast. The menu here for breakfast is just what you would expect from a place like this. There's plenty of specialties and sides, or you can even visit the breakfast buffet for some fruit, yogurt, danishes. So you really have a lot to choose from. There's only a few select seats here that have a window view on the Breakaway, but all of the seating in here is fine, really. Rach and I didn't venture too far off from our normal breakfast favorites. Each day it was either an omelet, waffles, potatoes, bacon, sausage. Vivi, for the most part, ate sausage and fruit. Some of the food was excellent, while some others were just, okay. Breakfast good?
Yep. Yeah. Hi, baby.
We really enjoyed eating out in the courtyard for breakfast. There was plenty of light coming in. It was just the perfect way to start the day. But make no mistake about it, the service here in the Haven restaurant for breakfast, lunch, or dinner is fantastic.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I give the food in here for breakfast an 8.5 out of 10. Now let's talk about lunch in the Haven. First off, the wine selection here is off the charts, especially for the wines by the glass. I often switch between the Barolo, the Chateauneuf du Pape, Burgundy, and Rosé Champagne, and yes, it's real French champagne. Both the salmon and the chicken Milanese were 2 of our favorites for the week, actually for lunch, and we got them more than once. You really can't go wrong with anything here for lunch. The scallops were incredible, even though you would think of that as like a dinner food, and the burrata salad was a popular choice for our group all week long.
French dip.
French dip. That's really French.
That looks really good.
I'd have to say lunch in here is slightly better than breakfast, so therefore, I'm gonna go 9 out of 10 for food. Just outside the entrance to the restaurant is the exclusive Haven bar for the registered Haven guests on the ship. A perfect place for a happy hour. The bartenders here are all highly skilled, friendly, and very personable. If you're staying in the Haven, you'll get to know all of them well before the end of the week, trust me. But tonight we're going to dinner here at the Haven. So we took a look at the menu at lunchtime and it looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna go with the pork chop. I have huge expectations for this pork chop, as if I remember 7 years ago, it was maybe the best pork chop that I ever had in my life at that point. And it's on the same exact ship. We'll see, but I do have high expectations. Cheers. Long life? Okay, I'll take that.
What's that? What is this?
What is that?
What is this?
Steak.
Steak.
Steak actually was pretty good. Out of our 7 nights on the ship, we ate dinner in the Haven 3 of those nights, which I thought was just about the right combination. It's not uncommon for Haven guests to eat all of their meals here for the entire duration of the trip. And here's the highly anticipated pork chop. Well, I had big expectations for this, and while it was really, really good, it wasn't as good as I remember it being. I know, it was terrible, right? But however, the sauce though, it was a 10 out of 10. It really reminded me of a mustard sauce from Burgundy, France. Wish I could bottle it up and take it home. Another thing I really like about the Haven restaurant is that you can really customize any order you'd like. For instance, if I wanted the filet, but wanted a crab cake on there and a side of asparagus, no problem. You want to do a crab cake and a lobster tail? No problem there either. They do a tremendous job catering to their guests.
Look at that dog. Here you go. You want to play? You want to play?
She will play with it. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's break down the final scores for the Haven restaurant. Clearly, the expectations here are super high, so I will base everything off of that. We already scored the food for breakfast and lunch, so for dinner, I'm gonna have to go 9 out of 10, same as lunch. For the overall service, it's gotta be a 9.5 out of 10. Absolutely spot on, and they treated our daughter Vivi so well the entire week. For the atmosphere, I'm gonna go 9 out of 10. It's a beautiful dining room, and if you have a view out to the sea, it's always breathtaking. If you are planning a stay on any NCL cruise in the Haven, you definitely won't be disappointed with the Haven restaurant.
The Haven restaurant I thought was very good. My food was good, service was good. I had 2 lobsters and they were both very good. The company was good. I can't say a bad thing about it.
They split us up into 3 tables.
3 tables.
How was it from 1 to 10?
I'd say my food was probably an 8.5.
That's good.
And if you want to know what the place itself was,
Atmosphere, layout. that
like
kind of
every
thing.
time in the Haven, they've treated us like kings and queens. They've treated us so good. I'd say I have to give it a 9.
How was the service?
Service was excellent. But one thing I did learn, if you tip the people there, you get a little bit quicker food, a little bit more service. So it doesn't hurt to give a little.
But we didn't just eat in the Haven the entire week. We also wanted to try some of the well-known NCL branded restaurants on the ship. And we'll start with Cagney's, the really popular steakhouse. Each Cagney's is designed to evoke the feel of an upscale yet comfortable American Steakhouse. Each ship might have slight variations of the menu or layout, but the core experience remains consistent. That ribeye is sounding pretty good. The wine glasses here at Cagney's are the best on the entire ship, and it's just perfect for that Chateauneuf du Pape that we just ordered. And as you would expect, service here in Cagney's is very, very good. Crab cake. I normally like Maryland style crab cakes better than this, but this is really good. Really good. How's the French onion soup? Good? Rach?
It's good.
French onion soup?
Yeah.
Looks good. Okay, gonna be honest here, because that's what we do on this channel. The ribeye steak was a little disappointing. It didn't have great seasoning to it, and I've seen better cuts of meat elsewhere. The lobster, though, was a real hit for others that ordered it, and so was the 7-layer chocolate cake. Man, that was fantastic as well.
So, Albie, how was your dinner at Cagney's last night? Explain it to us.
It was very good. We really liked it. We had steak, we had lobster. The steak was a little dry, but it was good. But the lobster was probably the best lobster I've ever had on a cruise ship. Baked potato was good. The drinks were good.
How would you rate it from 1 to 10 based on food, atmosphere, and service?
Well, last night I'd have to say I'd probably give it a 9 for food, a 9 for atmosphere, because it was good. And what else do you need?
Service.
Service was very good. I'd give it a 9.
Hey everyone, so let's talk about Cagney's. I really like Cagney's, and I would go back there again if we went on the cruise ship. However, personally for me, I would stick to the seafood probably. I really like the crab cakes, and I was just a little bit disappointed with the steak. And, you know, really though, when you think about it, to be fair, cruise ships do not have the luxury of having an open flame grill just because of fire hazards. So, you know, some of the grilled meats may taste a little bit different or may not be up to par with your high-end steakhouses on land in your cities. So we talk about scores. I think, you know, I would give the food there an 8.5. I mean, it's still really good. The atmosphere is really nice in there. Like I mentioned, the wine glasses are superb. Just everything is very professional. I mean, you feel like you're at a really high-end steakhouse. I'm gonna have to go 9 there. And then the service, same thing, really good. What you would expect at a high-end place on a cruise ship. We'll go 9 there as well. Well, there you have it. There's the Cagney's review. Moving on. When we stopped in the Dominican Republic, we chilled out for a while by the pool and had a little bit of fun in the sun. So when we decided it was time to head back to the ship, we just wanted something quick to eat before putting Vivi down for her nap. Well, that was very quick.
Yeah. I think they
Chicken
have these
Caesar
things
salad.
rolling.
Loaded nachos. We got Vivi a hot dog. I got a burger coming.
See the hot dog? It's all hot,
Vivi's
so
hot
we gotta
dog.
wait.
Get your hot dog. All right, O'Sheehan's review. Service, 8.5.
Yeah, I mean, for what it is, yeah.
Atmosphere, say a 7.
Yeah,
Food,
probably 7.
7. There you have it. Yeah, guys, so O'Sheehan's is really just a sports bar. I mean, you can't really expect to get gourmet food in there. It is what it is, but it's totally fine if you just want to get a burger and fries like I did. And I think it would be best is if you were on a cruise ship with a big party and there was a game on, say your NFL team was playing and it happened to be playing on the cruise ship, which there's not many channels on the cruise ship, but let's say it was, or if the Super Bowl was on or something like that, that's definitely the place to go, and I would highly recommend it for that. Now, I was more excited about this restaurant than any other one on the ship, and for good reason too. Le Bistro, an upscale French establishment here, is incredibly popular and widely considered everyone's favorite on NCL cruises. Okay, great.
Thank you.
All right. I feel like there's not a ton of seats in here, so be sure to book this one well ahead of time if you can. Trust me, it's worth it. Cheers.
Cheers to everybody.
You're welcome.
What'd you get?
French onions.
French onions.
That
looks really good. Fred,
Thank you.
you got the snails.
You have to look at it and you say, are you crawling?
And how cool is this? The unveiling of the plates.
You ready?
Ah.
You go.
Oh. Dover sole. I'm the only one that didn't get Dover sole.
I got Dover sole. You get Dover sole, Rachel?
Yep.
I tried that last time.
Service was excellent all the way around. They really were great.
1 to 10.
Oh, you want a grade on that too, sir? I'd say you have to give 9.5
Me too.
on that.
So, you enjoyed La Bistro. That's good to hear.
Really, that's one that I'll always go back to. I mean, I say always, they can screw up sometime, but I've seen good restaurants screw up something, but the whole meal itself was actually good. So I can't really complain.
All right, Le Bistro. Definitely my favorite place to eat on the NCL cruise ships. Big fan. We're both big fans of French food, and man, they just do it right. It's just super elegant in there. The service is unbelievable. I really don't get rack of lamb a whole lot. If you watch our videos, I'm not ordering lamb a ton when we go to restaurants, but when we're in upscale restaurants and somebody recommends it, I'm gonna order it. And I'm really glad I did, because it was just fantastic. Might be the best piece of meat that I had all week on the cruise ship. That said, I didn't really get to film as much as I wanted at Le Bistro because Vivi was just cranky, causing a scene. I had to take her out of the restaurant for a few moments, and so I was occupied with that, so I didn't really get to do it a whole lot of justice. But we'll break down the scores. Similar to what Fred said, I would give the service a 9.5. I mean, it's just perfect in there. The way they unveil the plates and everything, it's just really cool, old school. The food, I'm gonna have to go 9.5 because it was the best meal that I had all week. In atmosphere, we'll go 9. It's pretty consistent with all the other nice restaurants. I mean, you don't really have a sea view in there at all, but everything, the decor inside is super nice. So there you have it, Le Bistro. Get those reservations early if you're booking NCL. So the kids have been ordering these duck slides. What's a duck slide?
It's like a non-alcoholic nut slide. They've been perfecting the drink.
Take a sip. Tell us how it is.
That's pretty good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is.
Thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
I'm also very excited for tonight's meal. It's at Ocean Blue. And who doesn't want to eat some really good seafood when you're out in the middle of the ocean? Did I really say earlier that Cagney's had the nicest wine glasses on the ship? Yeah, I might have to rethink that one. The real stars of the show here are champagne, rosé, and white wine, and of course, seafood. But if you don't like seafood, if it's not your thing, they got some other stuff that will have you covered. I really like how you can pick your grilled fish and your sauce and your sides and make any combination that you like. I would highly recommend the blazing shrimp. They were just incredible. If you want a table with a sea view, you'll have to sit outside here, which may not be a bad option. All of our entrees arrived on time and really had great presentation. I was very happy with it. Both of the desserts that we tried were absolutely incredible. And I'd have to say, if you're coming on an NCL ship, you like seafood, you gotta book this restaurant.
Tell us about Ocean Blue tonight. Tell us about the food from 1 to 10.
I heard mixed reviews by other people, but I'll give you my feeling. The food was probably 8.5.
Did you like the atmosphere of the place from 1 to 10?
It was good, and they fit us in good. You really can't complain when you have 15 people. You can't, in a smaller group, I think you get a better picture of what we're doing. But I thought that was like an 8.
8, me too.
Yeah.
And how would you rate the service from 1 to 10?
That gentleman who was there did a very good job. I'd say I'd have to give him a 9.
Okay, let's talk about Ocean Blue. I do really like the restaurant, and yes, I would recommend it. My sea bass was good. It wasn't over the top amazing, but it was good. And the service was excellent. The atmosphere, I think it all depends on where you sit there. We were kind of back in the corner. If you sit outside and you have a nice view and it's not too hot, totally different score. So let's talk about the scores. Oh, and let me mention this as well. The sea bass was good. The star of the show was that dynamite shrimp or Big Bang shrimp or whatever it was. It was phenomenal. And everybody who ordered that in our group said the same thing. So if you do make a reservation at Ocean Blue, make sure you order that if you like shrimp. But the scores, food, I'm gonna have to agree with Fred. I'm gonna have to say 8.5. I think that that's a fair score from top to bottom. The atmosphere, I'll go 8.5. And the service is good. I mean, just like anywhere else, I'm gonna have to be fair and give it a 9 as well. So there you have it for Ocean Blue. And if you've seen any of our other videos that focus on food, you definitely know that this family loves Italian, and we weren't going to leave this trip without trying La Cucina. I would describe it best as an upscale Olive Garden that floats on the ocean. Here is where you're gonna find all your pizza and typical classic Italian dishes. And there's a pretty good selection of them.
Rach, how's the soup? Good?
I really liked my fried calamari. My lasagna was pretty good, just about what I expected it to be. Rach's pizza was, okay. All right, so we're gonna do a review for the Italian restaurant. By far my least favorite out of the 4 outside of the Haven that we've went to. It just really doesn't compare. I mean, the food's okay. The calamari was actually really good. The salad was good. Pizza, not so much. Don't get pizza there. The lasagna was just okay. Needed more red sauce with it. Service, so scoring wise, we're gonna go service. I'm gonna have to guess 8. We had a big group, but it just didn't compare to the other restaurants. food, we're gonna have to go 7.5. Atmosphere, depends on where you sit in there. I think if you sit along the window and you get a nice sea view, that could be an 8.5, 9. I think where we were, I'm gonna have to go 6.5 because there was a lot of people walking by. We were at the very front of the restaurant, and the worst part about that was you get all the cigar smoke coming from right across at the humidor. But that's it is what it is. So guys, thanks for tuning in, and we really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you're going on an NCL cruise, I hope you found it to be helpful. And if you have been on an NCL cruise, please share your comments down below. We'd love to hear your opinions of these restaurants or some of the other ones that we didn't visit. I know there was a Japanese steakhouse where they cook right in front of you concept. There was, I believe, another Asian restaurant and a Brazilian churrascaria, whatever they call it, where they shave the beef and everything like that. We didn't get to those. So if you have been to them, put them down below. Let me know what they were like. And if you did like this video, make sure you check out our other video that we did on the ship about the Haven particularly, and all the cruise stops that we made in the Eastern Caribbean. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate the support. And again, thanks for tuning in. Peace out. Take care.